In today's video, we are going to talk about Matic and some tweets I was making recently. We're going to talk about that and what has happened to Matic, or what Matic and what will happen. Also, we're going to talk about a few other bits and bobs. I'll show the coins. As you guys probably already realized, that most of my tabs on my laptop do not change. They're exactly the same. So without any time wasting or anything, I just want to say, guys, if you haven't subscribed, listen, it doesn't cost you anything. Just hit that subscribe button. It does really support the channel. Like, share with one another if you find value. So let's go straight into the video and see what we're seeing. So quickly go into the coin market cap. As you can see, coin market cap still at 1.7 trillion. Nothing interesting, nothing fascinating. BTC has gone back above a trillion, but as I said on I believe on yesterday's video, the day before, that for anything interesting to happen, you will have to see Bitcoin going back to the 1.5 trillion, right? So that's where we want to see this go, and I don't think it's going to be long until it goes there. So just keep an eye on it, because the market looks a little bit bloody. However, it's not. I'll be honest with you, the market is not bloody at all. It's only kind of just resetting itself, right? And it's kind of catching up and picking up momentum. The momentum's going to be really crazy when it does happen, right? So yeah, I mean, we can see all of these coins here. Everybody's doing okay. I mean, these minus 1 or 2% on a 24-hour, I'm not that bothered about it. So ultimately, overall, I'm still going to say bullish looking at the market cap. And I'll tell you one thing: when this 3%, this 4%, and every coin that has a minus percentage today, when they go back to zero or just green, like they don't have anything red on them, do you think it's going to be at 1.7 trillion? No, this is going to easily, if all of these numbers change and go to green, this will easily show up at 2 trillion. Just watch that, okay? Because there is a lot to see. Also, if you look at the BTC dominance, you can see that we're at 61%. Remember, it is going to go down a little bit. When it goes down, everything else pumps, right? Ethereum dominance, 12%. But we want to see Ethereum dominance go up as well, right? And it is all coming. It's definitely coming, right? So other than that, let's go into some of the stuff. And also, watch this video to the end, because I'm about to do something very crazy in this video, which no YouTuber has probably done, or at least in our field, in the cryptocurrency field, has ever done. I'm about to do something very crazy. So if you find value, make sure to share this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's go into the charts. So today I'm going to just quickly take you into my Twitter and show you what I saw. So Coinbase just a few days ago announced on all the global media, or majority of the cryptocurrency media, announced that they will be now listing Matic, Polygon Matic, on their Coinbase Pro US, right? So on Coinbase Pro US, it is listed. And this is what I said as soon as I saw it. I said, okay, if this is the case, then when it lists, this is what will happen. Coinbase Pro lists Polygon Matic. This is how it usually goes whenever Coinbase touches something. Remember, and it's a fact, every single coin does it. Everything they touch basically does this. First stage, massive pump just before the listing, right? So a lot of people who know about it, who have the inside news that it's going to go on Coinbase, they buy up, they pick up, and they get their bags ready. Second stage, retail investors, you, me, and everybody who's using an app or something gets notified that, oh yeah, now it's there. You go, you put your money, and guess what? The first stage people dump, right? Third stage, that's where it gets interesting. If people don't panic on the second stage, then the third stage, you're going to make some serious money. So that's what I wanted to show here. And as I said, very bullish indeed, right? And I, don't judge, okay? I like my own tweets. Who cares? So that's what I done on that one. Also, someone mentioned GRT, and I am an early investor in GRT. I hold a very small amount. I don't really own anything significant, but it has over time grown to a very big amount. So it's, for me, it's quite cool. And I said GRT has more to give during this bull run. What I'm trying to say is, if you look at this particular zone, it's fallen within that golden pocket ratio, and right now it is kind of looking like it wants to break up, right? And then I did another one for Link. If anybody wants to get Link, you can see that Link is just basically getting ready. So that's what I wanted to just show on here. So we're talking about Link, we're talking about GRT, and we're talking about Matic, right? So let's start with Link first, right? And as you can see, Link is still within that daily zone. Now if I move it over to 4 hourly, you might be able to see get a closer look. As you can see, so this last 4 hours it did kind of dip below, but it's within this particular range, and this particular range is a very powerful range, right? So just on a 4 hourly, you can see this is a very, very powerful range. Let's have a look at the hourly. As you can see, it's trying to get back up, and it will, right? As all of these, like, so this is a W that failed, okay, but however, if you take it from this point to here, this is another W building up, which is going to have a nice little breakup. Now for Link to go back to the levels that we want to see, it needs to go above this threshold, the 0876 level. So it has to go above the 32 in order for it to look positive, because around this particular level, as you can see, was the previous time, you know, the previous kind of the resistance we had. We need to break above this resistance, and it does. It will be explosive. Also with Link, you have to understand, it's one of those coins that is being used by blockchain. So you and me are going in it for the money. There's no use case for us, but blockchains are using it, and they're giving the data feed and everything. So Link is a very powerful tool for blockchains, and a lot of blockchains know this. They want to be using Link for their data. So more and more new projects coming in, more and more partnerships with Link will eventually pump, right? So remember, they also have to use Link in order to basically get it to use it on this. Not just the technology, they're using the coins as well. So Link has a good chance even from here to possibly even 10x. So I'm very bullish on it. This is why I'm still holding my bags from a very long time. So that was Link. Now let's go into the other one I was talking about, which is GRT, and this is, as you can see, the image is still here, right? So let's go into a closer time frame. Let's go into 4 hours and see exactly what's going on. As you can see, so this is the picture I drew, and on the 4 hourly, it's perfectly within this zone. So you know there's a lot of action going on around here, you know, buying, selling. So let's have a look at how much action and when it's happening. So this is 4 hours. Let's have a look at the hourly. So on the hourly, we can see that it tried to push up and then it got pushed down. So last 4 hours it got pushed down, and then now it's trying to go up again, and we've got 53 minutes for this particular candle, and it's pushing back up, right? So just from here to here, it's good, you know. So we have to go above this particular level here, which is the $2.23. But then again, if I take you and show you something on a larger time scale, this is what I want to show you, where GRT has come from. So GRT was around the 2 cents, right? So from 2 cents it went all the way up to what was it, $2.96, right? So almost $3. So just do the maths, how many percent that was. So you know, it went there, some people took their profits, all right? And actually it wasn't even profit, it was just basically more to do with that recent dump that we had, right? So remember, because Bitcoin is like the most dominant coin, when Bitcoin takes a little bit of a shift and goes down, everything else will shift, right? Because it does bring the market down. But ultimately they are all trying to do price discovery. GRT graph is a very, very new coin. It's trying to do what Google does for indexing. It's trying to do that. So the technology is still new. It needs to be adopted and used. When it does, this could potentially be similar to Link, right? This could potentially be working side by side with Link, and that's the potential I'm looking at. So for me as an early investor, I know this has a long way to go, right? There's plenty of room for this to grow. So that was this one. And what was the other one I was talking about? Let's have a look, right? This is okay, right? Let's go to Matic. Now on Matic, as you can see, Coinbase has just taken an interest, and Coinbase is one of those companies, we call it the Coinbase effect, right? Whatever coin Coinbase touches, you'll have massive institutional investors behind them. Remember, I made a video on Coinbase IPO. If you haven't, have a look. I'll put a link up there as well. But the Coinbase, they have 43 million users verified, right? Or they say approximately, but close enough, right? And then they say they got 7,000 institutions. So you can imagine the amount of money that is being traded or is kind of just sitting on Coinbase, right? Or at least has interest with Coinbase. So when Coinbase says we are going to launch something, there are plenty of these. Now there's a list. You can go and check Coinbase what they're going to be listing, but half the time they don't tell you when they're going to be listing it. But what I've noticed is just before a coin is listed, it has the Coinbase effect where the institutional investors buy up beforehand, then the retail get to see it, and then there's a massive pump, right? So the retail will pump it, and then usually what happens is the institutions will end up dumping on the retail. and we do have a nice little dump, and then it picks up again. And this is going to be the phase here. So what I'm thinking here is all of this could be institutions, and I believe that around this particular level here we had the dump, and right now we've got the retail coming in, and you know, could easily, we might still be having a dump, but doesn't matter. Ultimately what happens, the third effect of Coinbase, what I've mentioned here, right, the third effect is that we end up having an all-time high every other week. Every time they do it, this is exactly what happens. So this is what I wanted to kind of show you here. If you watched the video up to here, make sure to watch it to the end, because I'm about to do something crazy. So without anything else, I'm going to go into the so we talked about Solana the other day. So Solana's still there, and as you can see, Solana's still struggling, but yeah, it might get there at some point. So let's look at Uniswap as well. Uniswap currently, so remember the zone I was talking about, it's trying to come up, so it's not, I don't think it's going to go any lower. So for that reason, you know, luckily me, I have already scaled in, I'm quite happy, so I'm going to just stay within that level. Let's quickly jump into Ethereum and see what Ethereum is doing. So Ethereum today on the daily is very, very indecisive. You can see this is a massive battle between the bulls and the bears, right? So if we go into the 4 hourly, you can see this. You know, the bulls are trying to bring it up, the bears are trying to bring it down. Basically, the market is not ready. But so far, I mean, I can tell you this, like, even for me, I'm very bullish on Ethereum, and I think any second now it's going to catch you out. So if you're not clued on, and if you're not observing, this is more of a little bit of a shake up. So every time they take it up, they shake some weak hands out. So weak hands are being shaken out, and the institutions are picking it up because massive volumes of money are coming in, and they are going to push it up when you least expect it. So let's go straight into BTC. On BTC, you can see on the daily time frame, it is definitely doing some crazy stuff. And also, I'm just going to move this over a little bit. So let's move it over a few days, right? Let's just move it over because, you know, as I said, I've mentioned it before as well. We might just go sideways a little bit, even could be in this channel. Ultimately, doesn't make a difference for us. We're still in a very bullish trend, and it's just going to take a few days for it to break up, right? And if you remember previously, I spoke about the when was it? So let me put this around here. Actually, let me put a horizontal ray so I can get an exact data point. So remember this particular line from one of my previous videos. If you haven't, just go and watch it. So this particular line predicts that, you know, from this particular point here, we are going to be looking at approximately, so it's about 65,000, but here it's showing about 66, right? So we're looking at about 65,000. And then this particular one here, so let me bring this here as well, right? This is the one that predicted the 63,000 or 62.5 or something like this. So about 63,000. So we are keeping these lines intact because they're not invalidated yet, right? It's a matter of when it's going to happen, not about, you know, if it's going to happen. It will definitely happen. When, that's the question. So we're looking at the short time frame, a slightly longer time frame, and a very long time frame. But we are ultimately going to get there. And once we do, then we validate it, and then we'll change things over. Also on the BLX, I've made some changes. So what I've done is, just to make it easier, I've made these colors more brighter so people understand what's going on. So remember on the BLX monthly, you know, the how I was basically telling you that this is kind of custom. So I've just customized it even more just so you guys understand. So what I want you to focus on is, you know, I mean, have a look at yesterday's video, the day before video, then you'll see what I'm trying to say. So there's another line here, or there's another few lines here, but I've just disabled them for now, right? Because they're not actually relevant to us. What we want to look at is as soon as we go above this purple line, right? So this is the Bitcoin logarithmic curve. When we go above this purple line, that's when you want to be getting ready to scale out, or at least take your initial investments out. So, you know, I know what I'm going to be doing, and I'll tell you when closer to the time exactly what I will be doing. So you got to just subscribe, and you'll be notified of when I think it's time, you know, to do a certain action. So other than that, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to do something crazy today on YouTube that nobody's ever done before, probably. So recently we've had a few more subscribers joining the channel, and you know, thank you very much for joining. And I think the channel now has 65 subscribers, but there's something I want to do here. So you see all of these people who have come to subscribe to me. So what I'm going to do from now on is, randomly, occasionally, right, I will go onto my subscribe account, and whenever I see someone, I'm going to subscribe to you. Right, so anybody who subscribes to me, I will subscribe you. And this is not a sub for sub or anything like that. You don't have to subscribe to me, but if you do, then you are going to get a subscribe back from me, because I feel that a lot of these YouTube channels, they've got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but they don't subscribe to them, and I feel that's kind of wrong, right? You know, if somebody's supporting you, you should also support these people back. That's what I believe. So this is one of the reasons why I am now subscribing to everybody that I will ever see. So all of these people, whoever they are, you just got yourself a sub. All right, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm hoping that it helps people, and community needs to grow together. That's my whole thing. So as you can see, I've subscribed to everybody, and thank you all that are here who have subscribed. Okay, so yeah, other than that, anytime I see something, I will definitely go in and I will let you guys know what's going on. And also, as you can see, in the last 28 days, the channel's been very, very active, where we've had 34 subscribers joining us. So I'm very happy, and I just want to say a big thank you, because it does make all the difference, especially subscribing to a new channel like mine, where I didn't really intend to do this, but out of demand I have. Also, I've been receiving comments like, just to up my production and this and that and everything. And I made a thing on Twitter, and I said to somebody, I said, yeah, I probably will. I'll probably recruit a whole team, but I'm not big enough, right? And I feel that what people come to this channel for, and the value they get, is the honesty, the truth, the hardcore, simple facts, right? Nothing more. I'm not trying to, sweeten anything up for you. Also, I will never ever promote any coins, right? That's one of the things. I would never ever promote any coins that are on a pump and dump, right? I'm only going to talk about the established ones. And as a disclaimer, for me, just to be transparent, I've mentioned this many times. At one stage of time, way back in 2016, 2017, I think it was around 2017, I literally invested in all top 250, and then over time I was in like the top 400 coins. So I have bought other coins, and they're all here. There are some new projects that I've gone in, like Bake and Cake. Those are new ones, but they're big enough for me to talk about it. I'm never going to hype anything. I'm never going to pump anything. Just going to give you the hard facts, nothing more, right? Or what I feel, at least my opinion. So other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe, and I am definitely coming back to see you on another one. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon.